The scope of municipal solid waste management covers both commercial and domestic waste that is generated in municipal or notified areas. This waste can either be in solid or semi-solid form but excludes the hazardous industrial waste. This waste can, however, include the treated biomedical waste. Municipal waste is characterized as unwanted and non-usable material that are considered of no value. So, in this video, we will understand the chemical characteristics of the municipal waste. Welcome to Enterclimate. My name is Shaleen. So, let's start the video. Now, let's understand the essential composition that determines the chemical characteristics of a municipal waste. These includes presence of lipid. The waste falling under this category consists of waste that includes fats, oils and greases. Solid waste with a high lipid content can be beneficial for energy recovery process since lipids have a substantial calorific value. Therefore, during the waste breakdown, lipids contribute to liquid components as they transition from a solid to a liquid state at a slightly elevated temperatures compared to the ambient conditions. While lipids are biodegradable, their composition rate is relatively slow due to the limited solubility in the water. The next is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates primarily originate from food and yard waste. They encompass sugar and sugar polymers like starch and cellulose, carbohydrates that are readily biodegradable and produce substances such as methane, carbon dioxide and water. The next component is protein. Protein molecules are composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen and are organic acids with substituted amine groups. They constitute 5 to 10% of the dry solid mass in the municipal waste and are primarily found in food and garden waste. These protein components break down to form amino acids, but an incomplete breakdown can generate amines which could emit odor. The next component is the natural materials. This class includes naturally occurring substances like cellulose and lignin, both of which are resistant to biodegradation. They are commonly found in food, yard waste, paper and paper products. While the lignin is made up of monomers, cellulose, however, is a larger glucose polymer. Products made of wood, cotton and paper contain 50, 95 and 40% cellulose respectively. Solid waste with a higher concentration of paper and wood products are suitable for incineration due to its high flammability. The next is the plastic waste. Plastics are highly undesirable and concerning in solid waste management due to their extreme resistance to biodegradation. Recycling plastic has become more important to reduce the amount of plastic waste in the disposal facilities. However, it is essential to note that burning polyvinyl chloride releases dioxins and acid gases, which can cause acid rain and accelerate corrosion process in the combustion system. Now, let's try to understand how processing of municipal solid waste is conducted, keeping in mind the chemical characteristics of the waste. So, in the initial stages, biodegradable waste undergoes processes like composting, vermicomposting and anaerobic digestion or any other suitable biological process to stabilize the waste. Next, the mixed waste that contains recoverable resources must be directed towards recycling. Now, in specific cases, incineration with or without energy recovery can be utilized for waste processing also. If the municipal authority or the facility operator intends to use other advanced technologies, they should approach the CPCB to obtain the prescribed standards before applying for authorization. Finally, let's understand the disposal of the municipal solid waste. As landfilling is not a sustainable and eco-friendly practice for non-biodegradable waste and inert waste, these wastes cannot be processed biologically. Therefore, in such cases, landfilling is permitted for residues from waste processing facilities and pre-processing rejects based on the chemical characteristics of the waste. However, landfilling of mixed waste should be avoided unless it is deemed unsuitable for waste processing. Lastly, let's understand the procedure for municipal solid waste management authorization. So, any business involved in waste management activity, including solid waste or agricultural waste management, must obtain authorization from the Pollution Control Board or the Pollution Control Committee. The applicant needs to seek prior approval from the SPCB or the PCC by applying in Form 1 of the Solid Waste Management Rules. The SPCB will review the authorization proposal and conduct relevant inquiries upon receiving the application from the local body or any authorized agency. Within 60 days, the board will issue the authorization in Form 2 to the local body, facility or operator or any other authorized agencies designated by the local body. This authorization will include compliance criteria and environmental standards outlined in Schedule 1 and 2 of the rules, along with any additional conditions. The state pollution control boards will oversee and ensure the adherence to the environmental standards and conditions outlined in the rules for waste processing and disposal sites. Now, let's look at the documents that will be required for solid waste management authorization. These include the authorized signatories Aadhaar card and the PAN card, GST certificate, proof of ownership of the site with rent or lease agreement, factories license or trade license, the electricity bill, layout plan, the process flow chart, details of the machinery installed. So this was all for today's video, but as a business operator or someone who is desirous of starting a business in solid waste management, recognizing and addressing the diverse chemical traits of municipal waste is a eco-friendly and sustainable practice for the long run, and that can help minimize the environmental impact and promote a clean and healthy future for our community. It is therefore recommended to take advice of experts to know about the kinds of documents and compliances that are required as per the characteristic of the waste that the business is dealing with. So if you are looking for any assistance for the licensing and compliance for your business related to solid waste management or agricultural waste management, contact our experts from the details shown below. So that was all for today's video. Please like and share if you found it helpful. Thank you for watching.